Hey guys, thank you for stopping by. In this video, I'm going to show you guys tools every single watch collector or enthusiast needs to have. And if you're starting to work on watches, what tools you need to not break the bank, but to start working on watches. So the first tool you're going to need something to open up a watch. Don't buy a cheap one. This is a $1 one from eBay. Buy a good one. Okay. Second tool you're going to need, and this is a cheap one from eBay. I have expensive ones, but these are my favorite. These are like $3 on eBay. It's a wide lens. As you can see, the metal is a little bit hard, you know, because I have the other ones that have the good headband. But I don't know why, because probably I'm so used to these cheaper ones on eBay, but these are like about, I want to say $4 or $5. Every single watch collector or watch enthusiast needs one of these. Now, if you're going to start working on watches, you need to go buy or get a glass from your wife. You don't need nothing fancy, but you will need a nice cushion. Now, you could buy the Bergeron for $40 to $60. But I buy the cheap one. And I'm going to tell you why I buy the cheap one. When you're learning, you're going to slip a lot. You're going to slip a lot, and you're going to go right through that leather. So buy the cheaper one. Okay? Now, you're going to need a good set of tweezers. This set right here was, I want to say $20, $25. So the ones you're going to use the most are the needle nose ones. These here. These are the ones you're going to use the most because they grip the smallest screws to the biggest screws. So make sure you buy something that you're going to use. Don't buy the fancy ones. Remember, if you're learning to work on watches, you're just starting, so there's no need for a big fancy one. If you can, those are metal tweezers. Get some of the bronze ones too, because these do not get magnetized. So you're going to need some of the bronze ones too. So I do diamonds, so I need the diamond ones also. These are for diamonds, for the loose diamonds. Screwdrivers. There is no need to go out and this set I think is like about $125, $130. So there is no need to go buy an expensive set of screwdrivers, as long as you have something to sharpening with. If you could get yourself a sharpening stone to bring them down or to size where you need them, you could use, I think, this set. And I say I think a lot because I bought him a long time ago. This set was like about $20. And I'll probably be exaggerating at $20. So these here are Bergeron, and these are much more expensive. But they are much nicer. So if you could go with these from the beginning, why not? Why not? Also, you're going to need a demagnetizer. That's a $10 demagnetizer. Don't do anything without a demagnetizer. That's your first step into fixing a watch. If it's gaining or losing time, demagnetize it and then go to step 2. Start with the easiest part and then with the hardest part. You're going to need something to close them with. So this is an old one, expensive one, but I know they're very inexpensive now. And they have much more accessories, and some of them have the plastic ones, which is much easier on the watch cases. So you're always going to need a press. Every watchmaker, I don't care who you are, you're going to need one of these. Okay? Go out, spend $5, $10 on one of these. And the rag is useless. I like to use paper rags. I like to use normal paper rags. So that's useless. And if you're starting to work on watches, do buy the Bergeron, the good ones, the oilers. Okay, buy the good oilers, as the set of 4 is not that expensive, and you will get the tips you need for the job you're doing. But as far as putting oil on something, you know, as your oil holder, buy the cheap ones. That's grease, old grease. Look at that old grease. I dug this one out from somewhere. So buy yourself a cheap oiler, or the oil container. And as far as oils are very expensive. So if you're just starting off, buy the cheapest oil, because you're going to be starting off on probably junk movements. So don't spend your money on expensive oils in the beginning. Okay, try to save as much money as you can to begin working on watches. Just begin, you know, just start doing it, start breaking them apart, start watching a lot of YouTube videos, and then before you know it, you're going to get better and better and better. If you're going to be working on watches, I went to this website, and I think I paid like about $3 for the download of this guide. And it gives you everything. It tells you where to oil, the amount of oil you need. It gives you part for part everything you need. So it is a very good instruction for beginning. And like I said, let me put it in the front again. I downloaded this a few years ago, or 5-6 years ago. I don't know if they still have an available download, but there it is right there. You're gonna need a guide. That way you have something to fall back if you forget what goes where, you know. And well, if you're gonna do other people's repairs, you're gonna need batteries. You're gonna need lots of storage for parts, lots of storage. So I did another video on spare parts, but this is just a tour on my of my bench and what you guys need to begin working on watches. Oh, and you're gonna need a caliper. I don't like the digital one. I still have good eyesight, so I use the cheapo plastic one. It's not heavy. It never runs out of batteries. And learn to use one of these before you get all fancy and know to use one of these. I know a lot of people don't even know how to read a tape measure. So learn to use one of these guys. Then go to these. I mean, this one sucks big time, because if you don't shut it off, the batteries will run out, and then it's, you know, it's worthless. So, oh, one other thing. Let me show you one other. You're gonna need to buy, to work on watches, you're gonna need to buy the solution, guys. I honestly saw a bunch of videos when I was starting, how to mix and what to mix to make a good cleaning solution. Nothing worked. So I would say just go out and buy your L&R. Even if you don't want to spend the money, if you're starting right now, don't spend the money on a watch cleaning machine. You know, I have one. My buffer and my steamer, everything's in the back room. But the only thing, you're not going to be able to clean a watch correctly without the solution. You could even, here, you guys seen this, I have this on my bench. It's a Walmart ultrasonic, and I do a pre-soak here. I do a pre-soak of a lot of my movements before I break them apart, and before I take them to the cleaning machine. I'll do a pre-soak, and it's the same solution I'll use on the cleaning machine, but that way when I'm breaking them apart, you know, it doesn't leave a big mess here, and it's just a good thing. And like I said, they pretty much come out clean. So when they come out of here, the movement is nice and shiny and ready to be disassembled. So guys, if you the best thing you could do is just buy yourself the solution. Don't buy the watch cleaning machine, because those are extremely expensive, and And you could clean a watch without the machine, but you can't clean it without the solutions. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave me your questions down here, or follow me on Instagram. You could always catch me on Instagram. I'm there all the time. I'll leave a link to my Instagram account. So guys, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.